The more worrying fact for the Bollywood is that the negative reviews poured in on the Alia Ranbir starrer, with reviewers calling it an epic disaster with a complete lack of plot, direction or thought. Despite the star-studded team of Ranbir Alia going all out in promotions with mega pomp and show, the videos of empty theatres are viral on the internet. Filmmaker Ayan Mukherjee himself was worried about the film's performance before the launch, a hint from maybe an internal admission that the content may not perhaps hit home with the audience.
You know, my feeling is that with Brahmastra we have this line जो film पे लिखी हुई है, the light is coming, and by light in the film we mean everything that is positive and spiritual in this life. I feel that every single person is going to feel that positivity. So I want to keep this really positive and just say that this film stands for positivity, and that positive energy of the film will touch people.
The question arises whether Bollywood has lost connect with the common moviegoers, whether Bollywood as a whole has got a thumbs down from India.
देखने वाले देख रहे हैं, बट जो एक्चुअल में सनातनी हैं, जो धर्म का पालन करते हैं, उन्होंने धर्म के विरुद्ध में बहुत सारे बयान दिए हैं जो कि बेकार हैं, जो कि अपशब्द भी कह सकते हैं जिन्हें अपन।
The recent series of big budget Bollywood films have ducked at the box office. Jug Jug Jio, Liger, Bachchan Pandey, Samrat Prithviraj, Radhe Shyam, Jersey, Heropanti 2, Ek Villain Returns, Raksha Bandhan were a big flop with audience rejecting the big budget films. The list goes on and on. This goes on to once again prove the nepotism formula. The trend to not focus on the plot has completely flopped in Bollywood. Majority of these movies that tanked in 2022 had star kids in the lead and were brutally rejected by the audience. From big budget disasters to the nepotism debate, from disaster reviews to disenchanted audience, has Bollywood lost the plot? Is it time to go beyond fluff, glitz and glamour? Bureau Report, Republic TV.
And joining us on the burning question this evening are Mamta Kale, political analyst, Karan Verma, author, political analyst, commentator, Subhash Jha, advocate, Naveen Chomal, a lawyer, Kunika Sadanand, who's an advocate and actor, joining us live from Mumbai, Shehzad Khan, an actor, live from Mumbai, Shoaib Chowdhury, film and TV producer, also from Mumbai, and Manvi Taneja completes the panel. She's an actor, live from Delhi. Okay, so there are different details, different data, different reviews, but overall, there is a sense, and let me start with Kunika Sadanand and Mamta Kale can come in, right? Kunika, there is a sense, you know, when you look at the numbers recently of these big ticket movies, why are big budget movies bombing at the box office? It can't just be, you know, what people are saying. It can't just be people calling for a boycott. I mean, public is much more smarter than that, right? Why are these movies bombing? Is it a reality check?
The thing is, I would like to say that first of all, this boycott trend that is started in the Twitter handles and the Facebook posts that are there before the film is released, before anybody's seen the film. You know, they are trying to rake up sentiments of the Hindu community. All these things are a huge anti-publicity thing that goes on, where the film industry's budgets do not allow to counter those boycott trends. That's one thing. Secondly, this nepotism thing that happened when at the unfortunate death of Sushant Singh Rajput, it's been continuing from there. That nepotism feeling, that that putting in the public's mind, oh, these people are, they're into drugs and they only, help their own, or they only give star kids opportunities. All these anti-publicity or all this derogatory publicity that is happening is having an effect on the audience, of course. But having said that, as I saw in your package, that is Bollywood films, are they losing the connect with the audience? That they need to look at, because if so many big budget films are being wiped out, obviously somewhere there is a disconnect, or the audience, choice of viewing has changed. COVID has changed their choice of viewing. And that is a reality check that the Bollywood people should realize and see. But definitely the boycott also plays a big hand in these films flopping.
But I'm not so sure, Kunika. I'll tell you why. Because I was just going through some of the reviews, and we usually don't, because some of us are, we don't watch Bollywood movies, or we choose not to watch Bollywood movies. But going by some of the reviews, and these are usually reviews, or I would expect, Mamta, I would expect The Wire, for example, right? And I never knew that I'd one day be quoting a film review from The Wire. But The Wire, Mamta, The Wire says Brahmastra is little more than a dishonest film sculpted out of box office desperation. That's a headline. I didn't make it up. I'm reading it from the website. And the Financial Express, wait, it gets better. The Financial Express says, Brahmastra Part 1, Shiva is an apt film for a 4-year-old, or maybe even they are more sensible. It also says, it's a 410 crore grand vision ending up becoming a film for kids. Now, these are some of the reviews. I'm just going through some of them. I'll go one by one, but Mamta, I'd like to get your views on that.
Thank you so much. It's hilarious to hear these statements and headlines coming from newspapers like Wire and so on. But I completely agree. Even the huge critic of Bollywood, Mr. Taran, others have said it in no uncertain words that this movie is a king-size disaster, disappointment. He's calling it a king-size disappointment. So I feel the Bollywood really need to do a lot of introspection and sit and think through, put their heads together and think through as to where they are going wrong. Gone are the days when these guys used to use that old recipe where they would have a bunch of mega stars and put some 100 and 200 and 400 crore rupees and then garnish it with lot of this pomp and show, and thereafter present the movie to the audiences. Now audiences have become very careful. They know what they want. If they don't like the movie, they are not going to watch it. And secondly, look at the arrogance of the producer of the movie and the actor of the movie. If the nation or the audiences is boycotting and saying we don't want to watch this movie, boycott the movie for whatever reasons, then these guys will come out and say, if you don't like me, don't watch my movie. We are not, हमने कोई gun point पे थोड़ी ना आपको बोला है कि go and watch our movie. So who is going to watch the movie? First of all, these guys really need to sit down and understand as to this is the same audience who have made Alia Bhatt, a Karan Johar, or a Ranbir Kapoor. How can you forget that? I have been saying this from day one that Neta and Abhineta shouldn't be so disrespectful towards the audiences. क्योंकि उनको बनाने वाले जनता है.
Kunika is saying something. Yes, Kunika, you seem to disagree with her.
Yeah. But that's a fact. You can't put a gun to somebody to go and watch the show, but you can definitely put a gun to somebody not to watch the show, or you can definitely sway their minds and say don't watch the film and start a boycott trend and whatever, and that definitely makes a difference. At the same time, as I said, maybe the audience choice of viewing is changed, which we must look into, which the big producer and directors must look into. Definitely there is there. So all of these things, it's become a big, a big boiling pot of disaster, unfortunately. And as far as you said, Mamta ji said, the arrogance of the people, definitely that affects the audience. But what Alia said, or whatever the actor said, I don't know who said that, you cannot put a gun to somebody to go and watch your show, because they have to go and spend their hard-earned money. And so, obviously, you cannot force them and say, nahi, paisa kharcha karo. They will go if they want to. But all this background music that happens before the film is released, that definitely has a lot, to do with the fact that people don't go to the theaters. And as far as Taran Adarshji's view is, I respect his view completely. And if he says it was an utter disappointment, he's a very kind person. He doesn't normally he doesn't normally say things so drastically. But if he said that, it must be really a bad thing.
No, I have it, Kunika. I have it here in front of me. In fact, let me read it.
I've also seen it.
Yeah,
I've also seen it.
Yeah,
I've also seen it.
But I was the reason why we're even looking at this is because, and Karan would know. Let me bring in Karan and Shoaib and Manvi also in now, along with Subhash Jha. Look at this. Taran Adarsh has said, Brahmastra, one-word review disappointing, rating 2 stars. Brahmastra is a king-size disappointment. High on VFX, visual effects, low on content, second half nosedives. Could have been a game changer, but alas, it's a missed opportunity. All gloss, no soul. What's happening, Karan? What's happening in Bollywood? Why are all these big ticket movies failing? And you know, I wanted to add to what Mamta said, and I'll hand it over to you. You know, she spoke about the arrogance of some of these stars, right?
Yes.
She spoke about one of the actors and what the actors said. And I'm not sure about the name of the movie somewhere. I was just reading before coming into the show. But some movie that just bombed last week called Liger or something. Box office collection was 70, budget was 110 crore. Reportedly, that actor also said something like that apparently.
On the same lines.
Yeah, he said, did he also say boycott my movie? And did it flop? Karan, I'm getting in Karan. Let me get in Karan on the screen. Yeah.
So, you know, actually, Taapsee Pannu and Anurag Kashyap, they also jokingly said, why don't you boycott our films?
What was the movie called? Sorry,
So
what was it called?
I don't remember what's the name of their film. Some film came up. Anurag Kashyap and Taapsee Pannu.
Okay.
And so, you know, Nilanjan, it all boils down to two things actually. One, you would be grossly surprised how little Bollywood invests on scripts. As an author, I can tell you, as an author who has written 2 bestsellers, I know a lot of screenwriters, and it is appalling how little they are paid, how little Bollywood invests in content. You interview them, they'll say, oh, script is king, content is king. But the truth is, there's this running joke and meme that Brahmastra has all the astras, but the script astra and the screenplay astra. So that is number one to begin with. And today, for the first time, people are privileged to have access to a lot of content all over the globe. At the click of a button, we have OTTs streaming unbelievable content. So people for the first time have options. Secondly, people are disenchanted with the sense of entitlement and arrogance, as Mamta ji said, of these Bollywood people. You can't disrespect the people from whom you expect to get a living. And that is precisely what they've been doing for years and years together. And thirdly, people now know that they are a phony act. When all these Nepo kids, when an Ayan Mukherjee, a Ranbir Kapoor, Karan Johar, all these people come together and talk about Brahmastra and the Upanishads, the Vedas, it doesn't look authentic. They know very little or scant little. Those people who even have Hindi dialogues written in English, who do not even understand Devanagari script, people know that they are a phony act and they sense that there is no authenticity in what they are putting across. This lack of conviction is now palpable and visible to the common man. And they have other options. So it's a perfect storm that is bringing down Bollywood. Their hypocrisy, their sense of entitlement, their bad content, and the changing consumption.
Yes, sorry, what are you saying?
And their lack of investment in the script. Yeah.
Niranjan, may I come in?
No, 1 minute, Shoaib. Okay, I think I just lost the. Okay, I lost the line to Shoaib. Okay,
Niranjan.
Yeah, I'm getting you in. I'm getting you in. I just want to get in a response from the other side. I just want to get in a response from the other side. Why are these films bombing, Manvi? Why are these films bombing? For example, there is this movie called Lal Singh Chadda, 180 crore, made just about 64 crore as per the numbers I have. It's a disaster. I mean, why is Bollywood bleeding cash? You think they're waking up and smelling the coffee about, you know, throwing poor content and hoping that it makes, a big buck, but viewers, of course, are rejecting it.
I have 2 points to make here. If you talk about this movie, the movie is, there's some problem with my audio, please get it checked. The movie is done a bumper at the box office. If you talk about numbers, at the first day collection, it has crossed approximately 38 crores and the tickets worth 1.5 lakhs. And despite of haters being so active on social media and they try to boycott it and they try to trend the hashtag boycott hatred culture, still they could not manage to stop the fans to going to the to watch the movie. And secondly, if you try to compare the opening
are you declaring it a hit? Are you saying it's a hit already?
First day collection.
Is it a hit? Is it a hit?
15 crores.
Is it a hit already? Are you saying it's a hit already?
There won't be a take-up for what she is saying, Niranjan.
Yes, we still have, no, the first day opening, it is the highest first day opening for 2022. If you check the history, if you compare it with Kashmir Files also, it was 3.5 crores, the first day opening. So if you talk about this movie, the amount is 38 crores. And no, it is a good release and we are getting a good response. If you look at the public, if you look at the audience review,
much more than other films of Kashmir Files.
If you just want to pick up handful people and just say that no, it is not good.
So please don't compare the two.
Yes, yes.
Kashmir
And
Files started
Niranjan,
with 600 screens.
There's some problem
This
with
one
the
is
audio. I
starting
cannot
with
hear what
8,000 screens. Despite such a worldwide release, it hasn't managed to gross in proportion to the release.
I'm getting Shahzad and
Put
Shoaib.
numbers
See
in
the numbers.
perspective.
So I only talk about numbers. The number says 38 crores and second day collection
Numbers
was
have to be in
2.5
perspective.
lakh tickets. So if you try to boycott the film, if the people are not liking the film, why do they go and watch the film? How can the number comes like this? And second point which I want to
film has
make is
been boycotted.
after COVID, the
Niranjan,
people lifestyle,
the
people
issue,
change.
let us
Chomal, you hear
identify
it.
the
Chomal, you
problem.
hear her. You hear her first. Okay. Let me get. Okay, you made your point. I want to get in Shahzad. 1 minute.
No, Sid, I cannot. I will not call it as a flop movie. And secondly,
Are you calling it a hit?
post-COVID, there is a certain pattern which people try to follow. They try to wait. Let me just complete. I did not interfere when you were saying. After COVID, people try to. They prefer to watch it on OTT platform because they know that going to a cinema hall will cost them somewhere around 4,000 for a family. Because if you buy a ticket, the ticket cost around 500 to 1,000.
Are you
rupees, and plus the
rationalizing a
refreshments in
disaster?
the
That is
interval.
not the
And if
reason.
you
That is
end
not
up
the reason.
paying 4,000, let
They are totally cut off from the reality.
So they have a perception. They see if it is a multi-starrer film, if it has a good content, then only they prefer going out to watch a movie in a theatre. Else they wait for 2 to 3 months. They know that after 3 months you will get that movie on OTT platform. So after COVID, if you talk about Gangubai, Alia Bhatt was there in Gangubai, but it did tremendous at box office. Why? Because movie do good at the box office only if has a good content. If you say talk about
Exactly.
this movie, I will not say it's a flop. We still need to wait for the collection. If you talk of the numbers till end of this weekend, as in.
Okay, let me get in. Okay, wait.
Niranjan,
Yeah.
Niranjan.
Yes, Mr. Chomal. Okay, Mr. Chomal, make your point. I want to get in Shoaib after that. Yes, Mr. Chomal.
See,
Yes, what's your point?
The reality is very clear. They are trying to divert from the topic. The real issue is the hurting of sentiments of the large Hindu community. This issue has been simmering for
No,
last several
I'm
decades.
I'm not getting into religion at all. I don't want to get into religion. I don't want to make it about religion. I'll make it about content.
The entire audience is getting into religion.
Then you should not
The reality is the entire audience is getting into religion.
Debate.
For last several years, Hindu sentiments have been hurt. And that is the reason why Hindus have boycotted the movie. You see, in all the movies for last 70 years.
No, but what is the
normally a
context
Hindu
of this
priest-
movie? What is the context in this movie? In this movie, what is your complaint?
I
What is
tell
your
you,
complaint?
What was simmering for all these decades, the triggering point was Ranbir Kapoor saying that I'm a beef man. And Alia Bhatt happens to
No,
be
but would
daughter of
somebody
Mahesh
boycott a
Bhatt,
movie over
who's-
that comment? But somebody actually boycott a movie
Exactly.
over such comment? I think viewers
We
are much
cannot be
smarter than
cut
that.
off
There
from
must
the
be something
reality.
more than that.
Look at the social media. Entire social media is full of that particular reason for the boycott. So let us not close our eyes to the reality. This issue has been simmering for a long time. Now the Hindus have woken up, especially after the Kashmir files. The sentiments of Hindus have woken up. Now these people want to.
I'm getting Shoaib. Let Shoaib respond to you, Chomal. Mr. Chomal, let Shoaib respond to you. Yes, Shoaib. Shoaib, you want to respond to him? He says it's about sentiments, but I don't want to get into that. I don't want to get into religion, but you want to
You know
respond
what
to
it
him.
is?
But the-
No,
but
I
the
will.
audience have got into it.
I do not wish
No,
to
you
get
hear
into
him
any
out, Chomal.
religious debate
Chomal,
with
you
any,
hear him out. Mr.
these
Chomal, you
kind
hear
of
him out.
people, because if it was
Yeah. Go ahead, Mr. Shoaib.
Niranjan, I do not wish to get into any religious debate here on this.
Yeah, same.
right
Yeah,
now.
I don't want to
The
talk
point
about
is,
that either. Yes.
We producers must realize that this is high time that we should stop producing films with very, very high budgets, because people post-COVID, the entire economic situation in this entire world has changed, not only within our country. The entire world it has changed. You know, and out of 9,500 single screens, which we had by 2020, which was a major grosser for Bollywood films, most of them have been shut down. Single screens does not exist anymore. More than 2,500 screens by 2020 have, they shut shops. So where do we recover the money from? So producers must realize that they should invest only in smaller films now. Now coming back to this Sanatani point that these gentlemen have been making, please help me understand इसमें anti-Hindu क्या है इस film में? Please tell me, so that I'd like to revert to that.
See the issue
What is anti-Hindu?
that-
Are you mentioning
Yes.
is it the beef
Yes.
incident?
No,
that Ranbir Kapoor said?
can we avoid that?
That he loves eating beef? By that logic, no, I need to avoid that, but you should stop calling these kind of people to your debates who only talk
No,
about
he's got a freedom. He's got a point of view. Let him. He's got freedom of speech. It's fine. He's a lawyer.
This entire country here.
No, he's a lawyer. Okay.
Who are you to dictate?
No, then
Who are you to dictate the
No,
channel?
if he's a lawyer, then
I am talking about
are we
reality.
debating religion or are we debating film business? You need to be clear on
Let
that.
us not run away from the reality. The reality you can see from the social media. Everybody is saying that all these years Hindu sentiments have been trampled upon. These people have been purposely showing Hindu priests to be a rapist, a villain. And on the other hand, they have never...
Okay, one minute. So you're saying... Okay, I understood. Chomal, Mr. Chomal, I got your point.
I need to answer this. First, please, Niranjan. I will not stop until I answer this.
Okay, make your point.
If Hindu sentiments, then where were his Hindu sentiments during Kashmir? You know, this man just mentioned a film called Kashmir Files. If it is about the statement made by Ranbir Kapoor over beef eating, and if that is the reason why they are boycotting, then they should have boycotted Kashmir Files. There's this video of Vivek Agnihotri, the director of Kashmir Files, who has been, very proudly mentioning that he loves eating beef.
Please mind your language.
Why are they silent?
No, can we? 1 minute, please. This is a much more evolved debate. I don't want to get into beef, etc. Please, I mean, let's keep that out.
And let us have decency of the language.
No, I understand that. No.
Is it?
Shoaib, 1 minute. Shoaib, we wouldn't be having this debate if movies hadn't bombed in the box office. So obviously people are upset somewhere. So I think it's about time that both sides sort of hear each other out, right?
You know what? In a country, why Bollywood films why films are not working is for the simple reason. Please hear me out. That in a country where 80 crore people are living off 5 kg of ration given by the government to them every month.
Oh, please. No. 1 minute.
Don't talk like
What are you saying?
It is a government figure.
What are you even saying?
By me or anybody else?
What are you even saying?
They are not able to watch the movie. Don't bring in this.
1 minute.
One
second. No, hold on. Okay, Shoaib, 1 minute. Let me get everybody on screen. 1 minute. No, bizarre. No, wait, bizarre.
I need to answer this.
Yeah, Mamta, I'll come to you. I want to counter Shoaib on that. Shoaib.
You call it bizarre?
No, bizarre.
You call it bizarre?
Arey, Shoaib, hear me out. I'll let you speak. 1 minute.
How did this
No,
movie
I want to ask him a question, Mamta.
Business on first day.
I want to ask him a question.
This movie
I want to ask him a question.
75 crores worth.
Can I ask him a question, Mamta? No, Mamta, wait. His logic for... No, his logic for...
On one hand, you're saying, oh, this is a
No,
super duper hit movie.
his logic on Brahmastra is fantastic. 1 minute.
On other hand, you are giving some
No.
vague
His logic on Brahmastra is fantastic. That is the Brahmastra. The Bollywood Brahmastra right now is to say people get 5 kg ration. That's why they don't want to watch. No. My question was then why did KGF make so much of money? Why did RRR make so much of money?
Their economy is...
Wait. Think before you answer. Think before you answer. Think before you answer.
Why did Bhool Bhulaiya 2 do
there are multiple films being released every week. We don't watch now. We do not watch a film every week.
What sort of a response is that, Shoaib?
Of an event.
Come on, Shoaib. It's not about ration. I'm sorry. If your argument was people don't have money to go to the theaters, you're wrong. If your argument, if you were just about to say people don't have money to go to the theaters, you are wrong, because they went in Hindi markets. KGF made a lot more money. Please think about, and that's a movie made in Karnataka, produced in Karnataka. So just think twice before you make that argument. I'm going across to Subhash Jha. 1 minute. Wait. Let Subhash Jha come in. Shehzad hasn't spoken.
The film.
Fantastic argument. Subhash Jha. 5 kg ration, I'm being told people don't have money to go to the theaters. Okay, Subhash, what's going on? I'll get Shehzad after that.
Let me first deal with the economy, what the issue raised about economy of the country. Let me tell you, if you today go to any car showroom and try to book a car, you will get delivery of a car only after 6 months. Now, this is the economy. Now you go to any restaurant or go to any top class or any middle class picnic spots. You go and try to book a hotel and try to book a restaurant. You will hardly find a place to visit. So therefore, don't talk about the economy. Economy is blooming. Let me tell you. Now coming back to the sorry state of affair of the Bollywood. Bollywood itself is responsible for their own downfall. Look at Ranbir Kapoor, happens to be the grandson of Raj Kapoor. Now, what used to be said about Raj Kapoor that he is a man of Midas touch? It is said about him that he knew the pulse of the Indian audiences. He would know and therefore he would make the movie. I think, in my assessment, this is intellectual insolvency of people who are involved in making of the films. They are not in a position to connect themselves with the audiences. They are not in a position to make the kind of films which would be liked by the audiences. And two, to some extent, I'm in agreement with what Mr. Naveen Chomal had said, that people, those who are responsible or who are perceived to be responsible for bringing to disrepute the Hindu religion, they will perhaps meet the same, they will meet their Waterloo, as has happened possibly with this film and other films. So therefore, those who are responsible must also not lose sight of the fact that if you try to disturb or if you try to play with Hindu sentiments, you will have to pay a very heavy price for that.
Shehzad, you want to respond to that?
Niranjan, from last half an hour, I'm listening to all the panelists and very patiently. Thank you very much for having me on your show as a silent spectator. Now, may I say a couple of things? Firstly, I totally agree with my panelist, Mr. Shoaib Chaudhary, what he said. He was right, that when 80 crores are living off on government support, how can the film industry or any industry for that survive? Secondly, some gentlemen said that car showrooms and all. See, you're looking only at a certain section of people. Majorly, go into interiors and see what condition people are living in. They have one meal a day. Don't forget what state we are in.
No, are you expecting them to go to multiplexes?
Not to multiplexes.
Then?
Not to multiplexes. I'm just giving you an example. Okay. And whatever said and done, how much ever you people have boycotted this film Brahmastra, it has done very good business. Overseas, it has done 75 crores. And one of my panelists was giving the figures also of the market, Indian market. So in spite of all boycotting this film, it has still done well. And it is so sad to see people who are going outright behind Bollywood. 11 years ago, somebody said something and you're going after him now. Well, you all were sleeping for 11 years. These are all hypocrites. और हिंदी में इन्हें कहते हैं मौका परस्त. ये मौका परस्त लोग हैं जो बॉयकॉट, जो फिल्म इंडस्ट्री, हमारी फिल्म इंडस्ट्री जो एक बहुत ही सॉफ्ट टारगेट है, उनको टारगेट करने का मौका परस्तों को मौका मिल गया है. और ये सब हमारे सैड डिमाइस बेचारे बच्चे सुशांत सिंह के बाद ये सब हो रहा है. चलो होने दो, उसमें कोई वो नहीं है. मैं ये बताइए कि अब अगर सुशांत की भी बात की जाए तो 4 एजेंसीज बैठी थी, अब तक क्यों नहीं कुछ रिजल्ट आया?
This is nothing to do, Shehzad. Even you know, Shehzad, you know. Shehzad, what are you saying, Shehzad? You started with the economy. Shehzad, I'm very proud to tell you, India is one minute. Let me put the facts in perspective. India continues to remain the fastest growing in the world.
Economy.
Sir?
Yes,
sir.
Absolutely.
Sir, I'm not saying it.
Absolutely.
No, 1 minute.
Yeah.
No, 1 minute. नहीं, sir, एक काम करता हूँ, sir. No, Shehzad ji, 1 minute. Shehzad ji, मैं नहीं बोल रहा हूँ, sir. Do you trust IMF? Okay, do you trust IMF? No, 1 minute. Do you trust IMF?
I don't know what IMF is.
You don't know? Okay, I'll tell you what IMF is. I'll tell you what IMF is. No, 1 minute. I will tell you what IMF is. You don't know what IMF is. No problem, sir. I understand you may be busy with movies. I'll tell you what IMF is. Sir, IMF is International Monetary Fund.
They can give any figures. I am not concerned about that.
Sir, they are not sold out.
What are you concerned about?
Sir, क्या?
Concerned about speaking against the government?
Sir,
Speaking
Can we
against
please?
Sir, what are you saying, sir? Shehzad ji.
Can I come in?
Yeah.
Shehzad
Okay.
these are the facts given by
Okay, I'm getting Kanika. I'm getting you in next. I'm getting Kanika in 1 minute.
These figures and facts, sir.
No. I think this budget, sir, this state of the economy, I think is the last resort, sir. Sir, state of the economy sounds like the last resort. Let me get in Kanika. Kanika versus Mamta. Kanika and Mamta.
उस तरफ क्यों नहीं ध्यान देते?
Can I speak?
Sir, yes, Kanika and Mamta.
लोग इस तरह का फिल्म बनाते रहे, लोग देखते रहे. इतने वर्षों
May I
तक
speak?
people have
फिल्म तो
realized
बन
that
रही है और बनती
and
रहेगी।
they're going to
आप
boycott
चिल्लाने से बोलने से कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा है। फिल्में बनती रहेगी,
शहजाद
हिट
जी,
होगी,
अगर
फ्लॉप होती
इकोनॉमी
रहेगी।
इतनी
आप
खराब
लोगों को
है
boycott
तो
करना
ये
चाहिए।
प्रोड्यूसर
बनाने
410 करोड़ रुपया कहां से लेके आ गए ये पिक्चर बनाने
Okay, one minute, one minute.
का काम है।
I hope you remember that the producer of this movie
किस चीज को
are
वो
the
करना,
citizens
किस
of this
चीज को
country
सेंसर
only.
बोर्ड है वो
They
कर रहा
have
है।
spent
Okay, don't speak over each other.
410
Mamta, 1 minute.
in making this
100 साल से
movie.
बन रही है।
If Indian economy is
No, I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you one thing.
get this money
I just
यूट्यूब चैनल चला रहे लोग फिल्मों के वजह से कितने
1 minute.
Talking, sir.
Sir, hear me out.
Talk some sense.
Sir, hear me out.
करने का अलावा और कुछ आता है?
Sir.
आप बोलिए निरंजन, बोलिए।
Yes, I just want to tell you.
not being able to moderate this debate, sir.
No, I can.
You're not being able to
Kanika, 1 minute. Kanika, 1 minute. I just want to put things in perspective because we're moving too fast and too many people speaking over each other. I'll bring this under
we're just
control.
digressing in a
Yeah,
different
1 minute. The point I wanted to make to Shehzad was that, you know, his and Shoaib, of course, is that this entire argument that people don't have money to go and watch movies is completely flawed. If you look at the number
You might laugh, sir. You might laugh, sir.
No, I'm not laughing. No, I'm not laughing, ma'am. I'm not laughing. I am not laughing, but I'm just saying that can't be. See, Kanika ji.
Don't matter.
No, Kanika ji, I'll go by numbers. I'll go by facts.
Are suffering without jobs.
No, I understand that. No,
are depending on rations and dole. So
that has nothing to do with. That has nothing to do with.
Niranjan,
I don't know your name, sir, but I must tell you that you're complete.
That has absolutely nothing to do.
We will discuss economy.
Has nothing to do with the debate.
Niranjan will discuss economy the other
1
day.
second. I was given a chance to
Let's
speak.
talk about.
Okay, Mamta, here, Kanika. Here, Kunika. Mamta, give her 30 seconds. Give her 30 seconds.
Please tell me what are your sources.
No, 1 minute.
You have to reveal
Give her
the
30
sources
seconds.
also, madam.
Mamta, give her 30 seconds. I want to hear Kunika for 30 seconds. Because, you know, Kunika, India had money about a few months back in May this month when they helped KGF make 450 crores and above. But they don't have money today. I want you to come in and you can respond to Mamta, please.
Yeah. First of all, KGF was not a big hit only because of Hindi belt.
1,000 crore, ma'am.
South belt.
1,000 crore.
1 second. Why are you interrupting? Let me finish. What is your name, sir? I don't know your name. What is your name, sir? What is your name, sir?
Please, Mamta.
No, I want to know your name because I
God.
don't want to address you.
Niranjan,
Sir,
Niranjan, can I?
Niranjan. Okay, thank you, Niranjan. So, Niranjan, it was not a hit in the Hindi belt or due to the Hindi belt. It was a hit because also of the South. South system of watching and the fan following have different kinds of way of operating, okay? The fans of the South Indian actors worship them, they put them on a pedestal, they make temples out of them. So that was a big contribution. Now, when it comes to Bhool, Mamta ji, don't get so excited, let me finish. I did not speak when anybody was speaking. Okay, when it comes to Bhool Bhulaiya, yes, it was a hit. But does anybody know what the real numbers were? It was a hit, it was a popular film. But how much of it was actually, what was the collection? What was the kind of cinema halls? What is the number of cinema halls that it was released? Compare it to Brahmastra. In that case, Brahmastra is a flop. But what caption you put on my head saying, calls it a big hit, please take that caption off because you cannot be black or white. There's a grey in the middle and I'm representing the grey. The economy, the boycott trend, the anti-publicity, the bad content, the huge number and humongous spending on the film is all of these things are a big, melting pot or disaster pot for the Bollywood. And I want to tell everybody here who
Kunika ji, let me speak now. It's my turn. Let me correct you on few facts here. Let me correct you on few facts here. First of all, Kunika ji, even Brahmastra was released in South and a big mega star from South called Nagarjuna was promoted in this movie.
Kunika ji, okay, give her 30 seconds.
Over you. Now it's my turn. Let me speak, Kunika ji.
Stop it.
Let me speak, no.
No, 1 minute. Mamta, you know what? Mamta, give her 30 seconds. I gave Kunika, I gave Kanika 30 seconds, but I'll give her 30 seconds more. She's spoken for more than that. I'll give her 30 seconds more. Let her complete. No, let her complete. It's okay. It's okay. Let her complete. Let her complete. It's okay. I'll give you time, Mamta. I'll give you time.
So all these things put together is causing a big disaster, and I want to tell everybody, whoever supports this boycott trend, you are killing an industry which gives huge employment. You're killing an industry which gives huge revenue to the government. So think before you do this boycott. The rest, of course, they have to handle. the bad content, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And even the economy it has to definitely pick up. I don't agree with you that our economy is really fastest growing on. There are marginalized people who are not counted in.
No, how can you say, ma'am? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Kunika ji. You are extremely wrong when you say you don't have to agree with me, but you can agree with the leading agencies in the world, ma'am. Please, I'm guessing you're in front of a computer or a smartphone. You can look up which is the fastest growing economy in the world. I mean, you can't.
The per capita income of the human being also matters.
Ma'am, this has been.
The population.
Ma'am, I suggest.
Let's not talk about this. We'll get into this some other day.
No, yeah, but you know, to blame that for the success of a film is completely, I think, misplaced. I think even you will agree. I understand. Ma'am, I understand. No.
Niranjan, don't laugh.
I'm not laughing, not at all. Ma'am, I think. No, ma'am, no, you can spin it. Kunika ji, no, please, don't make it about that. You can spin it as much as you want. I'm only saying your argument is flawed.
Every time I'm telling you that there are marginalized
I'm saying your argument is flawed. I'm only saying your argument is flawed. Of course it is. I'm giving Mamta the floor. I'm giving Mamta. No, please. No, how many, ma'am?
There's a huge parity.
Okay. Let me tell you. I don't want to get into the numbers, Mamta. I'm handing it over to you, because if I get into the numbers, they won't like it. They won't like it.
We'll do that some other day.
Absolutely.
You'll do that some other day.
You know what, Niranjan, this statement is highly laughable. I'm being very, honest, brutally honest. It is highly laughable when somebody comes on a national television and says that film industry or Brahmastra is not doing good because the economy of India is nosediving. Oh, it is highly laughable. No, Kunika ji, now you hear me out. Kunika ji, now you hear me out.
Madam, you don't listen to people.
No.
I said one of the factors.
Your time is up now. Your time is up. Now let me speak. And I will correct you once again, madam. I will correct you once again when you say that this nation is boycotting film industry or Bollywood. No, you are wrong. Factually, nobody in this country is boycotting Bollywood or entertainment industry. It is our industry, madam. This industry belongs to us, to our country. And we want this industry to flourish. So please don't put your thought process and your words in our minds or on us. Don't put that onus on us. And then second thing, going by Manvi Taneja's statement, I feel that she's saying that OTT and so on and so forth has come the viewers have stopped going to the movie halls by that logic. All the PVR and INX should shut shops here. They should shut their businesses. What are these people talking? And then they say that this movie, by earning on day one of 75 crore, has become a huge hit, has become a big hit. The budget is 410 crore. KGF was made with 100 crore budget, and on opening day they had done total business, India and abroad, 135 crore plus. What are these people talking? 8,000 screens. 8,000 screens. Can you imagine? And 60 crores spent on promotions. With so much, if they have done 75 crore on opening day, is not a big deal.
No, I just want to add.
You say that economy is not doing good. On the other hand, you say that 35 crore is a huge business. What is this? I don't understand these arguments at all.
No, I just want to tell you that, I was looking at some of the figures right here, right? And some of the feedback and the reviews. And I see Subhashya and Karan. Okay, I'll get in both Subhashya and Karan. And Shoaib wants to respond. I'll get in Shoaib. Shoaib, there is a very highly respected parliament.
I agree with Mamta ji.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with Mamta ji when she says that it is her industry as well. Of course, she's a famous YouTuber making her living out of by abusing Bollywood all the time. And I wonder, Niranjan,
no, please.
if you have a deal
you don't have to get personal on her.
Shoaib,
you don't have to get personal on her.
Shoaib, have her say entirely, and you do not allow anybody else to speak. What kind of a debate do you guys drive in the public?
I'm saying you don't have to get personal with her, that's all.
I want your debaters to speak.
Kunika spoke. No, 1 minute. I'm giving everyone a chance to speak. 1 minute.
You speak over all of this?
No, you don't have to get personal on her. You don't have to get personal on her. It's fine. Yeah.
Okay,
you don't have to get personal on her.
You don't know my background, so keep quiet. There you talk.
The Bollywood film industry, if the film industry is facing a crisis, It is because everybody should get together and support all of these people. If you have a problem with one or two stars, you must. Why is it that you should affect millions of people who are directly or indirectly related to the film industry or the film business?
I've given you this liberty and authority to talk about your fellow panelists using such derogatory remarks.
I have the liberty and right. What I feel right, I'll speak.
Who are you?
No, you don't have to speak. 1 minute. You know, this is the.
What is
Shoaib, you know, 1 minute. I'm just reducing everyone's audio. Please, I'm just 1 minute. 1 minute, please. Mamta, I'm reducing your audio also for a second, please. I'm reducing your audio for a second. I'm reducing everyone's audio for a second with your permission because I want to say something, okay? 1 minute. I'm reducing everyone's audio for a second just to make one point. I have given everyone a chance to speak. Each one of you spoke, but don't get personal. Shoaib, there is no need to get personal. There's no need. Mamta Kale is, you know, she's a very respected panelist, as respected as you are on this panel. And how many debates you've been on, Shoaib? There's no need to call her a small type, YouTube, whatever you called her, there's no need. And maybe she's got a point, and maybe other panelists had a point when they said that, you know, the arrogance sometimes gets to your head. You don't have to get, no, I'm sorry.
I called her
no, you called her.
And I repeat that.
Okay, no, there is no need to get personal, Shoaib.
Why do you
Shoaib, there is no need to get personal. I'm only saying there's no need to get personal.
That is the problem.
You don't allow others to speak.
Okay, you know what?
Disturbed Kunika ji 50 times. You did not even stop Mamta ji even once.
Stay in your limits.
Is that fine?
I just stopped her. 1 minute. 1 minute. We don't need to get personal. 1 minute. We don't need to get personal. Okay, Shehzad wants to come in. Yes, Shehzad, what are you saying? 1 minute. Mamta, okay, fine. Mamta, I've told him it's a closed chapter. Please, there's no need to drag this.
I'm proud of the fact
No,
that I make
I have-
videos on YouTube. It goes in millions.
It's okay. Mamta, it's okay. Mamta, I've told him it's not done. Mamta, it's not done. I've told him it's not done. Mamta, I've told him it's not done. 1 minute, Mamta, it's okay. Mamta, it's okay. I've told him it's not done.
Which is taking your nowhere.
So you are a part of the entertainment industry.
1 minute, Shoaib.
On the other side.
Okay, face off. Mamta and
You are a part of this industry.
Mamta and Shoaib,
So
you want to
simple.
face off with each other, you can. I'll give you a full time. I'll give you 2 minutes. You want to face off. No, please, one on one. The floor is yours. Do what you want.
need to be offended.
Do what you want, but don't get
You are a
personal.
part of this industry.
People
YouTube, film, small, big, it's all
UP,
okay.
From Bihar, from Jharkhand, from Delhi, go and work in entertainment industry. Hence, it is our industry. I want this industry to flourish, but I don't want arrogant people like you to be there in that industry who think no end of themselves, who think that Aam Janata is Kida Makoda, who thinks that, you know, you can come to national television and ridicule others.
Yes, we all need to survive. We by making films and you by abusing the Bollywood. That's how we will survive. We will survive. That's how when we make films and you will abuse and you will boycott, that's how this industry will function, right? That's how you want to make yourself a part of this profession.
I have not abused anybody. Just because I come and state the facts, just because I speak the truth, you can't take it. If you have to argue with me, argue with facts, argue with reasons. Don't get down to this level, sir. I have been always respectful to all my fellow panelists.
That's what you've been doing ever since the poor boy Sushant lost his life.
You know,
this is exactly what you've been doing.
Shoaib, this is not about Sushant. 1 minute. This is not about Sushant. I want to bring in the other panelists. But you know what, Shoaib, I'll tell you something. Shoaib, I'll tell you something. I don't want to see. It's 40 minutes, 46 minutes into the show. 46 minutes into the show. 1 minute. 46 minutes into the show. Shoaib, 1 minute. 46 minutes into the show, Naveen Chomal spoke for 30 seconds, I cut him off. 1 minute. Naveen Chomal spoke for 30 seconds, 36 seconds, I cut him off. Shehzad has spoken once. I want to bring in Shehzad and Karan. 1 minute. Subhash, I know you're raising your hand. I want to bring in 1 minute. Okay? Even you're a film producer, nobody asked you about your films or what you do. Or why are you getting personal with her? There's absolutely no need for that. Let's continue.
He just said one thing.
Shehzad and Karan. Yes, Shehzad and Karan.
Niranjan, Mr. Chaudhary just said one thing, and he never got personal about anybody. And it is a fact. Koneka ji ko she is not letting anybody speak. Koneka ji is also a lady. We should all respect ladies. We give respect.
So you're saying
but that doesn't mean that you cannot just go on harping. Give other people chance to speak, now to put the point. Ultimately, this is a debate which everybody has to keep the point of view of point. You're not letting anybody keep their point of view.
Now, can I speak?
Just want to hear your voice. Just want to hear your voice.
Okay, make a point, Shehzad. Make a point. Come back to
I'm
the
just
subject.
saying one thing, that this boycott gang is nothing going to happen. These people who are buying on Twitter, they're getting $2-3 for boycotting these things. Those are those people who, as it is, sit and watch on the OTT. Let them do what they feel like. If the film is good, if there's a content is good, it will work. And film industry is going on from last 100 years, and it will go on for another 1,000 years till this earth is there. जब तक ये दुनिया कायम रहेगी, तब तक हमारी फिल्म इंडस्ट्री आबाद रहेगी.
तथ्य ला सकता हूँ. Can I speak now?
Yes,
आप तथ्य लाइए, सत्य लाइए, जो लाइए आप लाइए.
Shehzad, calm down. Saturday evening, Shehzad, calm down. It's okay.
Saturday evening, so.
Calm down. Let Karan make his point. Don't be so worked up, Karan.
What?
Shehzad,
No, it's a fact.
Hear him out.
It's a fact.
Hear him out.
My family is doing more than 100
I'm
years.
so sorry to hear this.
It will go on, Shehzad. You will make a hit. Shehzad, you'll make. I wish you make a 1,000 crore rupee hit. I wish you do that, Shehzad. I'll be with you. Let Karan speak now. Karan.
You know, Nilanjan, I was so appalled by how ignorant Kanika ji and Shehzad ji here are. They are blaming the economy. Now let me just put in perspective. How many people watch a film in theaters to begin with? How many people watch? Even a
before
successful
COVID, so
film.
many people used to go.
Sir, will you extend the courtesy that I extended you now? Will you keep quiet now and let me make my point?
बोलिए, चलिए बोलिए.
कितने लोग देखते हैं फिल्म को थिएटर में? Even for a hit film, maximum 3 से 4 करोड़ लोग, which is nearly 2%. So if they are blaming the economy that 80% live on 5 kg of rice, let them know barely 2 to 3% people watch films in theater even for a blockbuster film. Then Ms. Kanika ji said that
Kunika ji, not Sanika ji.
KGF did not earn, the Hindi version did not earn. Ma'am, just so you know, the Hindi dubbed version, we are not talking about the South version. The Hindi version earned more than 300 crores. Get your facts right.
450 crores.
Bhul Bhulaiya earned 200 crores. For half the number of films. You don't have facts, you are out of
tell
facts.
this gentleman to do his homework and come.
Mr. Shehzad and Mr. Shoaib, they were
okay.
needs to come together. Where were they when Kashmir Files was released? They did everything to boycott that film. They did everything to sabotage that film. Where was this sense of unity? Where was this sense of camaraderie when Kashmir Files released?
And now
why did you celebrate his success?
The other films, you are doing everything.
Oh, please.
Now, can I please come in?
We are giving you a reality check. Something that you lack when you say KGF Hindi did not make money. You need a reality check.
Oh my God.
Okay, let him speak. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, Kunika, let Kunika come in. 1 minute. Okay, Karan, let Kunika come in and I'll give the last word to Subhashya. 1 minute. Kunika, 30 seconds and then I'll give the last word to Subhashya. Yeah.
Firstly, I want to say that Mamta Kaleji has been berating our film industry, talking badly. That is also getting personal. That's my industry.
No, what is...
And I don't like that. So when you go,
what did she say?
Gentlemen that don't get personal, she was getting personal and she doesn't let anybody talk. And it's not the first time I faced this in a debate. She keeps shouting and screaming and getting agitated. Secondly, what this gentleman just said, that I said in the Hindi belt, the earning of KGF in the Hindi
I'm trying to figure.
was not as much as it was in the South belt.
She's saying you're berating the industry.
Why is she lying?
And
Kunika ji, I will speak over you because you lied just now about me. You have just now lied about me, Kunika ji. I am not speaking over you. I have, मुझे कोई शौक नहीं है. What did I talk about you? What derogatory remark did I pass on you?
You feed us like a parasite.
So
you feed us like a parasite.
Hyperventilating, Kunika ji.
No, 1 minute. Okay, 1 minute.
You are screaming, you are shouting.
You are shouting, you're not letting...
No, you just called her 1 minute. Kunika ji, you just called her a parasite. I don't think that was required. Ma'am, it's okay. She's got the right. Ma'am, she's got the right. I don't know, ma'am.
Feeding of the film industry.
No, but she's got the right.
She got angry because that is the truth.
So one called her a YouTuber. You're calling her a parasite, ma'am. I don't think it's required. It's not required, ma'am.
What? This debate is not
Kunika ji, it's not about. This debate is not about.
On me. This debate is on Brahmastra.
No, it's not right, ma'am. It's not right. It's not right, ma'am. No, it's not right. It's not right. We're having a very decent debate. I'm 1 minute. Mamta, it's okay. Mamta, it's fine. Mamta, it's okay. Mamta, it's okay. You know, Mamta, it's okay. Mamta. No, Mamta, it's okay. Don't get worked up. Mamta, I'm sorry. Mamta. No, Mamta, I'm sorry. Okay, Mamta, I'm sorry. Mamta, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry, Mamta. I'm sorry on the show that you've been insulted twice. I'm sorry. I apologize, Mamta. Mamta, I apologize. No, Mamta, I apologize. I'm sorry that on the show that they called you names. I'm really sorry. It's not required. No, it's nothing to laugh about. Shoaib, it's not required.
You can laugh.
No, it's not required. Shoaib, you know what?
You can laugh.
It's not required. No, it's not. Sir, it's not. No, I'm sorry. If you think this is exactly why. Shoaib, maybe this is exactly why people are also upset somewhere. No, it's not. No, it's not. You can't just. No, 1 minute. No, it's not right. I'm sorry. Oh, no. Okay, I'm getting Subhash Jain. I'm sorry. I'm getting Subhash Jain. 1 minute. Last word to Subhash Jha. Not needed. Subhash Jha, I'm getting Subhash Jha. Subhash Jha, please. Subhash Jha and Mamta.
Yes, please.
No, not required. Not required. I'm getting Subhash Jha and Mamta in. Subhash Jha and Mamta.
Which they have given to this country recently.
No, it's fine. They can laugh they can laugh as much as they want. It's fine. Don't get worked up, Mamta. I'm getting Subhash Jha. Subhash Jha, 1 minute. Subhash Jha. Getting the last word to Subhash Jha.
Mamta,
Subhash Jha, 1 minute. Not needed. Completely not required. Maybe this is why people respond, you know.
Because of people like you.
Maybe this is why people respond.
Understand that, because you guys think that insulting.
Really sad. I'm getting Subhash in. Subhash.
Who have the voice.
Subhash, I'm getting last word. Mamta, don't respond. It's okay. Mamta, don't respond. Mamta, don't respond. Mamta, you don't have to respond. No. People will respond. Don't have to. You don't respond. People are smart. Viewers are smart. They'll respond. It's fine. Yeah, I want to get Subhash the last word.
Niranjan, Shehzad, Shoaib and Konika, they are blaming the economy for the film industry, Bollywood not doing well, and their films flopping one after the other at regular intervals. Now, if the economy is so bad, therefore I compared it with Raj Kapoor. Raj Kapoor knew the pulse of the nation, pulse of the audiences, pulse of the economy as well. So therefore, if you think that the economy is so bad, so poor, we are the fastest growing economy in the world, and yet to say that India is doing well and 80% of the population are fed by the government.
If you try to promote hate culture and boycott Bollywood, you're not just boycotting the film industry, you're not boycotting the actor and actress, you are boycotting the entire production team.
I've completely run out of time. I've run out of time. Mamta, Karan, Subhash Jha, Naveen, Kunika, Shehzad, Shoaib, Manvi. You know, I'll just say one thing. Jug Jio, is that how it's pronounced? Jug Jio, Jug Jio. My producer is telling me it's Jug Jio. 1 minute. Jug Jio, Lal Singh Chadda, Liger, Bachchan Pandey, Samrat Prithviraj, Radhesham, Jersey, Hero Panti 2, Ek Villain Returns, Raksha Bandhan. The movies that have bombed at the box office. Maybe it's time that Bollywood also looks at whether they're really connected with the masses. Maybe it's a reality check. And I'm sorry about what happened, Mamta. I know a few people got personal. We'll keep a check on those numbers. And for those who don't know how fast India is growing, I suggest please read up. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching.
Amity faculty have filed over 1,600 patents. Yet another reason why Amity has been conferred with the National Intellectual Property Award by Government of India for being the top Indian academic institution for patents and commercialization.
People in Melbourne spoke of their expectations of the relation between the UK and Belize, a Commonwealth member, after the passing of Queen Elizabeth II. Some extended their condolences to the royal family, while others voiced their concerns about the future monarch and their preferred members of the royal family in line of succession.
Let us still have that tie and that bond, right? Because after all, you know, we are the Commonwealth as well, right? So Prince Charles, my condolence to you, but please be with us. Do not forsake us.
King Charles III, who is set to take over as the new monarch of UK, vowed in his first speech as monarch to carry on Queen Elizabeth II's lifelong service with his own modernizing stamp.
family could owe to their mother. We speak to you today with feelings of profound sorrow. Throughout her life, Her Majesty the Queen, my beloved mother, was an inspiration, an example to me and to all my family. And we owe her the most heartfelt debt any family could owe to their mother, for her love, affection, guidance, understanding, and example. Queen Elizabeth was a life well lived, a promise with destiny kept, and she is mourned most deeply.
Rahul Gandhi